okay, we are live. There's no intro
Oh
or
shit!
anything. We're
Wow. Okay. Bam. Bam.
yeah, bam. No
That
intro.
simple.
Drinking some water.
Lady,
Ah,
welcome to the show, everybody.
that's right.
Director's commentary for episodes 1 and 2 of Studio B.
Yes.
With
We
yours
haven't
truly.
yes, and we haven't streamed since the Goose extravaganza. We got
Yeah.
so burnt out that we were like, okay, no, that's not true. We just got really busy and trying to adjust schedules, and
Yeah.
Chance has been in negotiations with WWE on his contract. They've been trying to
Yeah.
sort out details which would allow him to stream. So that's where we are right now. And he's still trying to get that sorted. Are you still in? What's going on? How's the contract negotiation looking like?
It's going good, man. I'm,
Okay,
I'm,
that's
I'm
good.
figuring it out. I think we have a pretty solid
There you go.
idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Other than like at the beginning of August, I'm taking a vacation out
Ooh,
of town. But other than that, man, I
look
think I'm
at
kind of wide
you.
open.
Let's go.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So we've been doing that, and I've been getting my girlfriend's almost leaving off to school, so trying to enjoy as much time with her before she does that. So,
Of course.
but we are here. We're back. If you did not catch the Chamber Pod episode 1, it dropped
Yeah.
the other day, and it was a great episode. And next episode is gonna be very, very interesting. Chance, I'll give you that. That's
We
gonna be
got a lot to talk
we
about,
got
but
a
I'm not.
lot to talk about.
We'll save it, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
We
yeah, for sure.
I don't even. I don't want to get into it because I really do. I
Yeah,
want to leave that
it-
for
yeah,
for
it would uncork something.
yeah, and I don't want to get heated right now. Anyway, so we are here. Sorry
Studio
about the
B.
sorry about the chamber pod. We overlay. We're still working on getting some more of those, but we will get that pretty soon for you guys. So when it's
Yes.
just us talking or something in general, we are able to just pop that on, and it's not wrestling related. Uh it's just us, so we'll get that soon. But we are here. We're gonna give it a couple minutes before we begin. Me and Chance had talked about giving some time for the premiere of episode 3 to drop, and today, instead of dropping the premiere of the show, we would just talk about episodes 1 and 2
Yeah.
for the built up for episode 3, which is the season finale of Studio B. I'm just really happy that we get the chance to do this. If you did not know, basically how it went down was Chance wrote episodes 1 and 3, Brian wrote episode 2.
Yes.
You pretty much directed all 3 episodes, and then I helped produce episode 2 and 3. And then Brian was
100%.
like, a producer as well for all 3 episodes. Pretty much my work schedule, my full-time job is a little bit crazy, so I wasn't able to put 100% of me in. So what I did was I tried to contribute as much as I could, like when I went to film, or like if I was over Discord or over the phone, whatever it was. But
Yes.
but Chance,
Many a
yeah,
late night when I was editing that
yes,
I called my boy Jose to be like, "Can you please look at this? Because I think I'm going
yes,
insane."
exactly. So yeah, so
100%.
that was a lot of fun, and I'm just gonna pop the stream on my phone right now just to make sure everything's looking good. And
Yeah.
we're in there. Let me just put the volume up real quick.
Yeah, I pulled that up
Yeah,
as well to monitor. I believe we have someone else in here with us actually. So,
there we
welcome
go.
for that. Pretty
Hello,
excited.
person. Yes, I'm happy to see you here. We are here
Of
for the
course.
director's cut of it's not director's cut, director's commentary, because there's a difference
Yes.
of episode 1 and 2.
Yeah,
And
the Snyder cut.
which is goated, by the way. I love that Snyder cut. But yeah, so we'll be talking, we'll be doing some watching and stuff. But yeah, so pretty much just to go back a little bit on like Studio B, the start of Studio B and everything. A long time ago. This was, I want to say 2020, early 2022 or something like that.
Late 2021 even, I think, to
Yeah,
be
it
honest.
could even go all the way back then. Chance had this idea. Chance, if you do not know Chance, he is like the biggest Always Sunny in Philadelphia guy I've ever seen in my life. Like, he knows
100%.
everybody. He knows the scripts. He knows line by line. Like, he knows everything. And he's always had this idea of like, so in the school, our class is very unique. Like you could take everything that's happened in our class and make it into a TV show, and it would be something.
Yes,
And everybody,
100%.
everybody is their own character in their own way. So I assume Chance visualized that, and he was like, "Yo, like this could be something." And from the beginning, he's always said, Studio B can be something. You know, like one day, one day. And throughout the semester, we had you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna say it. We had a crappy teacher who just did not allow us to be creative, and we couldn't really do anything with Studio B. Not until shout out to Miss L. I don't want to say her name just in case I don't know,
Yeah.
copyright or whatever. So shout out to
FCC.
FCC friendly. Shout out to Miss L, who is an absolute legend of a teacher.
That's what L stands for.
That's taking it out. But
Miss Legend.
Miss Legend. That's what we'll call her, Miss Legend. She is an absolute legend because Miss Legend, and she was great. And she said to Brian and Chance, "Yo, run with it. Do what you guys want to do." And
Do the thing.
and
We did the thing.
and they did the thing. So Chance, talk to me from your point of view before we begin the videos. How was that experience like? Talk to us throughout the process, actually writing the script, and then you finding out that it was actually going to happen. Like you were actually going to film the freaking show.
Dude, so it started in like November of 2021, I want to say, like where it really started like getting legs, you know what I mean? Like it really started, like the idea was more than just us talking about it.
Yeah.
I decided to write some stuff down. I was sitting in for one of Brian's radio shows, and while he was on air, I was sitting there with my laptop just tapping away, and I would randomly every like 10 minutes, I'd be like, "Hey, is this funny?" He'd be like, "Yeah, that's funny." And I'm like, "Okay." And I would just so I just kept writing. All of a sudden, in like an hour and a half, I had bashed out like a 18-page script, bro, with like everybody's lines, with like pretty much the way episode 1 played out. It is so similar to that original script. It's kind of insane. But we sat on that script for like a year, you know what I mean? And as you had alluded to earlier, we were in a position where we were doing projects for the school, and we were doing all sorts of videography things.
Yeah.
But we never quite got the opportunity to do Studio B. There were a few times where it was pitched and kind of didn't really work out, you know what I mean? But I kept clinging to the idea, you know what I mean? And what helped about it is that every single time I prepared a pitch, and every single time I like prepared, like something on this idea to try to make it, it was like I was learning more about what I wanted the idea to be. And I was also getting more prepared to like actually go for it and like kind of feel out that identity, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so come to this summer class that we're doing, we were able to kind of do something, and we knew that basically the logistics of the class were you had it toward each student had to do a 5-minute video.
Yep.
And it was just like 3 5-minute videos that were going to go on the TV station. And so we wanted to join, or like we wanted to do that, but we wanted to cooperate. And so we pitched the idea of, instead of a 5-minute episode where only one of us sends in a 5-minute video, what if me and Brian work together and we do like a 15-minute video?
Yeah.
And that was basically the way to get her to go for it. You know what I mean? And then so she was like, "Yeah, guys, go for it. You guys can work together, but it has to be like longer, obviously, because it's 2 of you." And bro, I think we made it like as extra as we could have made it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we took the boundaries of that project and did everything we could, because we just wanted to get the thing made. And this felt like
100%.
finally the opportunity to make it. You know what I mean? And for me, that was like the most exciting thing. To be like, all right, you have this idea that you've been sitting on for a while that you think works, and now other people believe in it, and you're able to act on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, I think the most humbling part of it was how so many people, the second I got greenlit, so many people were wanting to help, and so many people were in on it. And I was like, whoa, I felt like an actual director. You know what I mean? Like overnight, it was like, okay, I have this idea I've created, and my crew's in on it. You and Brian, you guys are in on it. And obviously that's the first step of realizing anything. I take it to you guys. And then it's like, I don't know, man. Then it just kept snowballing, and all of a sudden we're out in the woods with the camera, and it's like, all right, but it's time to prove it. It's time to prove that you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it was exciting, but in those early stages, I was like, all right, cool, but I was also terrified. I just didn't want to tell anybody. You know what I mean? Because it was like, dude, that was so much pressure. It was like. Like I put so much pressure on all of us just to be able to do it, because that whole time we were talking about like, we can do this if you just let us. You know what I mean? So it was like time to actually prove that we could.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to make it happen. I was so proud of what we did with that first episode, having no idea really what we were doing.
Yeah.
And the whole experience, now that we have shot all 3 episodes, and we're like at a point where we're kind of promoting the last episode, we kind of have a solid idea of what the process looks like. I mean, dude, we learned
Yes.
so much from that first episode. But yeah, man, that first episode was the Wild West. And even though it was 2 episodes ago, I feel like it's a lifetime ago as far as
Yeah.
like our production process for this show.
Yep.
And it was so fantastic, bro. And you were a big help in episode 1 too, bro. You said you only really helped in episodes 2 or 3, but like, man, you showed up, you made time in your schedule to do what you needed to do in episode 1 as well, and that helped a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone that showed up, man, and just, I mean, huge shout out to literally everyone that
Oh
helped. You know
yeah,
what I
man.
mean? Like, I
A
mean, you
thousand
had
percent.
Tanner and you had Ricky with the cameras, you had Bryson come out and help us, you had Zach come out and help
Yeah.
us, you had Dallas come out and help us. Like, we had all these people, like all these friends, like people within the program, people outside of the program
Yeah.
who just saw how passionate we were and wanted to help
Exactly.
us realize it. And yeah, that especially that first episode, man, it was the Wild West. And I'm excited to get into it, rewatch it, and kind of
Yeah.
relive that experience, you know, especially the ins and outs of shooting and everything.
100%. Yeah. And no, and I think you nailed it on the head. And it's kind of one of those things where, like, with any project, you have an idea and you have it written out and everything is ready to go. Now, for me, I would be the most anxious thing is actually doing it. Like,
Yes.
showing up to the location, filming it, and then editing it and doing all that. Like, I feel like that is probably like the biggest thing. And to see that, like, you had this idea, and that I remember just talking about it. Like, I remember it was just an idea, like, for one day for you to pitch it and just, like, and record it, and to see that it actually freaking happened is just so insane to me. And I'm just so blessed that I got to be a part of it. And whenever season 2 drops, I'm gonna try to be as involved as I can be.
Oh,
And
of course,
and
bro.
it's gonna be a blast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, and we're going to begin. Now, you're gonna have to work with me, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to adjust this screen. We recorded some videos, and I had to move some stuff around. So,
Right on.
we'll
Are
get
you gonna be
that
able
on.
to? Are you gonna be able to like share your screen with me while you
Yeah,
do this?
yeah, I
Okay.
got you.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I got
All right,
you.
I'm going to grab another Mountain Dew.
Yes, sir. I'll keep
Get
the
orchestrated.
audience. I'll keep the audience as
For the next 15 seconds.
yes. Alrighty. So just getting this all showed up. We'll probably leave it right there. Alrighty. And then we will just move this. And okay. I think that's good.
I am back from climbing Mount Dew,
Then
or Dew Mountain, if you will.
Dew Mountain. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Just move this a little bit there. All right. And then we'll put that back. And then I'm going to switch back to the two of us so I can go.
Just the two of us.
I'm going to share my
We
screen
can make it
with
if we try.
Chance. Actually, hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put the intro stream video real quick
Ooh,
just so I
very
can
fancy.
adjust the Discord real quick.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Even though, like, the intro is, like, so outdated because, like, it has, like, the extravaganza and all that stuff. All right. So do you see it on Discord, Chance?
I do, yeah.
Okay, dope. All right. So we'll go back into boom. All right. That's all good. And now we're right there. Boom. All right. Got
Bam.
that all situated. And the cool thing is, like, if anybody wants to go back and watch this, if you weren't able to join the stream, you will. And basically how it's going to go is, Chance, if you want to say something, just say something out loud, and I'll make sure to pause it, and we'll pause. And if I catch something, I'll do the same. We'll do this
Gotcha.
for episode 1. Then we're going to do it for episode 2. And then at the end, I have not seen this. This was put together by Chance. We are going to watch the season finale trailer,
Yes.
and we're going to enjoy that together. It drops tomorrow. So if you're joining and you're watching with us, you get to see it a day early. So, I think that's pretty cool, right? You want to see stuff a day early.
Of course,
And,
always.
yeah, so we're going to do that and put this in full screen. And, yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we will begin. And we will be pausing a
Episode
lot.
1.
Yes. What I will
Yes.
say is we will be pausing a lot. If you're expecting to watch the whole show, go back and watch the video on YouTube because this is
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So this is the director's commentary, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Welcome to the stream, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, we got
People showing up.
four people in here. So say hello and we'll go from there. So all right, here we go.
Episode 1.
Come on, man. Come on. Damn it. All right. Let's go. Come on. All right. Gabriel, calm down. Hold on. Relax. All right, Jose. All right, let's there I am. In the famous Mazda. I don't know, but what station should we play? Maybe,
Legendary scene.
This one might work, actually.
Okay, no, pause.
Yeah.
Pause it. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. The Even Flow by Pearl Jam has been like an inside joke with the crew for like literally like the entire time we were at CCCC. I feel like it really picked up at one point, but our videography teacher was like so sick of it because me, Brian, or Jose, or any combination of the three would just come in to class and go, and it was literally just part of our everyday vernacular. It was like it was as common as just taking a breath of just being like
and shout out to Steezus, which is like the origin of Even Flow showing up again. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Skate 3 or 2 or one or the other. Somebody created a Jesus character in the game, and every time they do like whatever the hell it is, they perform the crucifix or whatever, which is just Jesus holding the skateboard in the air or whatever. So shout out to Steve.
It was magical.
Yes, and it just became a meme. And shout out to Tanner, who also caught on to it. He was like, because I remember we were in the studio and I was like, what game is this? And he was like, oh, that's Skate 3. And I was like, yo, shout out to Tanner, man. So
yes.
So shout out to the Easter egg Chance playing. I didn't know he was gonna do that. That was legendary. And pretty much
Happy
birthday cake, mint chocolate Oreo.
Shout out to Brian for the
voiceover.
Yep, and then
that legendary milkshake.
and then we got crap. Obviously hitting the cat and some Outkast playing. The way we made that work was we literally were driving in the school parking lot, and pretty much there's speed bumps everywhere. So Chance tells me he's the one filming in the back of the car. He's like, when you hit the speed bump, act like you hit a cat. So shout out to the sound effects and everything. And that's
a lot of sound design in this first scene.
Yes. and yeah, so that's pretty much this first scene. And we drove around the parking lot like 30 times trying to get everything, organized, but it worked out perfectly. So, all right. Oh my God. Shout out to the intro, which sounds a little bit too similar to,
Big Brett. I love how simple the first intro was too. It didn't even have the static.
Static. Shout out to the static.
Shout out to how blurry this first shot is. Literally the first shot of the entire show, and it was so out of focus, man. In the bloopers, I literally go, "Hey, is the camera is the shot clear?" And you hear our cameraman go, "Yeah." And it's infuriating. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do a blooper reel at some point.
Yes, that's
a lot of that stuff.
It should come out probably after episode 3, obviously, right? Like at some point.
Yeah. At some point after episode 3, it's definitely in the works.
Yeah. Alrighty, so shout out to the scene.
I'm pretty sure they already did that on Howard Stern.
Shout out to that line. That is probably my favorite line in the whole episode about the ostrich and being on Howard Stern and everything.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, big dog. What's going on, man?
Nothing.
Sourpuss.
I'm telling you, man, it's my luck. Every single time, it's my luck. I don't get it.
What happened?
I can't even talk about it. I just can't.
Dude, are you good?
I just can't talk about it, Chance.
No, are we gonna record it?
No.
What do you want to do?
You know what we're gonna do?
What?
What are we gonna do for the pod today, man? Like, what's going on?
Because we honestly had absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna be real with you. At this point, I forgot my lines, and like I kind of just like did not remember what was like next, so I kind of like improvised. So, shout out to that.
There's a lot of improv in the first episode. And pretty much in every episode, really. There was a script, but it was just like a vague suggestion
Dude,
of what to happen.
I could never be a real actor. I would not memorize any of the lines, bro. Just my luck. Shout out to the building. I feel like
the library, I believe.
You know what I mean? I feel like after recent events, especially with cats.
Shout out the graphic Brian made.
Yes, in like
right?
2 seconds.
It's gonna be about
animals, specifically cats, because due to recent events, but we don't gotta get about it now. But I want to talk about animals, man. I feel like they're not talked about enough. You know what I mean? Like an animal kingdom type thing. You know what I mean? Like
I like Disney.
Exactly. So that's what I'm thinking. So like I'm thinking for like an intro. What we can
Very
do
subtle
is, like,
Disney
we can create a
World
couple
reference,
sound bites,
you know?
and like kind of just like make.
Does the
this,
intro have natural sound? Like a birds and
I mean,
the woods, like
I haven't thought about
clouds.
Cause like when I think of like a nature podcast, I think of like you hear like you walking through the woods and birds and stuff. That's a
I
great
feel like
idea.
this is the
Jose.
scene
Yeah,
we would always
okay.
talk about
Yeah.
when we like discussed the idea of this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it
you
was.
know what I mean?
100%.
Like when we were in class, we would talk about. Well, there's obviously two very specific scenes we talk about. We would talk about this, and obviously we would talk about the intro.
Yeah.
Or the interview rather. But yeah, man, it's just Anyway, moving on.
Marco asked, "Is that a Baja can?"
Yeah. Mountain Dew Baja Blast, my guy.
Shout
Very
out.
refreshing. Cleans my organs.
Yeah.
Keeps them lubricated.
Also, just a head note, everybody who's watching, it's raining hard outside. So if you see the stream shut off, I did not turn
We'll
it
be back.
off. Yeah, we'll be back. Just wanted to give.
And if it turns
a
off,
heads
we're
up.
scrambling to return.
Exactly. So just wanted to give that heads up to everybody. All right, let's keep going. So
Yeah,
what we can do?
right. So yeah,
Natural sound.
Wait, where you going?
Give
Why
us,
are you getting up? I'm
Just-
not done.
it's good. Look, we
Yo,
can talk about specific.
Hold on, I'm not done, man.
Give us 5 minutes.
No,
5
hey,
minutes.
wait, no, come on.
Okay.
I haven't finished.
Natural
Look, other animals.
Sound.
This is gonna sound.
We
great.
haven't gotten to the horses, Chance.
We got you.
With the horses. Shout out to you grabbing the bag.
Shout out to you improving the horses thing because absolutely hilarious.
Michael.
I'm also wearing my shirt from
That's
episode
right.
1 for the
Representing.
occasion. Forgot to show.
Marco
and,
says, "Is this performance SAG approved?" No, because I think at this point the strike was going on or so whatever that is.
Yeah.
Are you guys promoting struck work? For shame. What does that even mean?
I was going.
Yeah, you got that.
But yes, we are.
Stupid when he hears how natural this sound is. You know what I mean?
You know what's so funny about this scene? I was watching this with my girlfriend, and she says, "My favorite part about this bit is the fact that you're trying to get natural sounds, but you just keep talking."
No, that's like one of the subtle, stupid, like everything about this scene, man. The fact that we're trying to get audio and we literally are yelling the entire time. The fact that we're using a freaking handheld microphone, just waving it through the air, trying to keep it real,
Oh, that was perfect. I started laughing. I was like, "Yo, that's true."
So perfect.
personally responsible.
I know.
You know what I mean? For like the deaths of animals when he hears this intro, because like when you hear leaves.
This is
crunching
100% how you
under, like,
professionally
and you hear
Exactly.
like nice
Just walk
breeze
around
and
with a
clouds
handheld.
audio.
floating.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean? It makes you feel like you clubbed a baby seal, bro. It makes you feel responsible for the death of penguins, and I think it's gonna serve our animal rights podcast.
Yeah, man. Like, if PETA doesn't endorse us by this, like, there's something wrong with
That's
the
what
world.
I'm saying, bro. Because like we love nature.
We did
you know
this
what I
walking
mean?
shot,
we're the greatest
11 times.
at nature. You know what
That's
I mean? I don't know why Jose feels
crazy.
So weird. Like,
Yeah.
Was it
dude.
Dallas or Ricky
He
on
killed
camera?
a cat, man.
I think there was
Right,
a
bro. It's like-
combination.
it
It
feels
was,
like a
we
murder.
literally
Yeah,
did this.
it
We did
is.
this
That makes so much sense,
like over
bro.
multiple
But at
days.
the end of the day, like
This was a
we
scene we
didn't
had to
do
keep
anything
coming back
wrong,
to
you
be
know what I
honest.
mean? Like, I
Oh,
don't
wow.
think we've ever messed up. So it's like hard to lash out at us. Like I can't think of a single example we've ever messed anything up.
Dude, we've never messed anything.
What was that?
What was a...
Now, shout out to that scream. It is like a staple in Studio B. You will hear it throughout some stuff. So,
Yeah.
shout out to that.
You might hear it in the trailer later, even.
Yeah. Oh. You see, I haven't watched it, so like this is news to me. So okay.
Yeah.
Dope. All right.
And for the
let's
new
get-
people
let's get
joining
that.
us,
Alright.
episode 3 trailer after we get through the
That's
first
right.
2 episodes.
Yep. Stay tuned.
Yep.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah. There he is.
Legendary
What is
performance.
this
See how many
thing?
times you can
Freaking
spot
bulldog.
Dallas's back
Yeah, you're right.
when you watch this.
Probably all sorts
Because
of wildlife.
the costume didn't fully
Yeah.
close in the
That is a big guy, so I'm sure like it was a struggle.
Yeah. No, yeah, we had to. Yeah, the idea of the future, if we ever do Squatch meet and greets, we're gonna get some clothespins.
I just don't know how I feel about that noise, man. It's weird that we're coming. I don't know.
Where'd it come from?
Your guess is as good as mine, dude. This is bizarre.
Whoa. Holy shit.
There he is. This is an iconic shot in Studio B.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know.
This is so cool.
I love this part.
That's concrete. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is.
This was
probably-
not in the script at all.
Egyptian fine cobble right here. Woo. That's nice.
Cool.
Egyptian fine cobble in the chat, everybody.
We gotta make that into a merch.
Yeah,
whenever
man.
we
Maybe
make
like the
merch.
noises in here or something. I don't know. Like
might
we've been walking through here. Hold on, let me get some sound
Okay,
in there.
let me ask you. So this shot right here, you said this was on your phone?
Yeah, I just threw my cell phone down that hole.
I love it.
And
I love
the
it.
the echo effect the echo effect happened by accident. I didn't like in post like modulate this
Yeah.
sound. What ended up happening is that like the audio from my phone and the audio from that mic
Yeah.
that I'm holding in there. I don't even think it's that mic. I think it's a boom mic that's behind us. But both of those together just happened to create that effect, and we just loved it.
Wow, That's
Because
perfect.
we had to sync it all together because in a second after this shot, when it
Yeah.
jumps to like behind us or whatever, we had to get that audio synced up just so that would sync up.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it created a really cool effect. Yeah.
Dope. Let's go, man.
We can see if we hear the noise in here.
That's another
I don't know,
iconic
man. I don't
shot,
really see
like
anything.
picture.
I don't see anything either.
Yeah, and then
I think the sound came from here.
There he is.
which this was like a combination of like how me and Brian had conceptualized him kind of being revealed.
Yeah, I love
because
that.
yeah, because like he wanted like this idea that like we're looking at something and then he just kind of is also looking with us. And we're trying to figure out a way we could do that.
Yeah,
And through deliberation, that's where we landed.
let's go. I think it was perfect, and the transition to like the camera is perfect.
Yeah.
Are you?
And at this point, you got Ricky on camera, who was a massive help in the first episode,
Yes,
man. Like
yes.
we probably wouldn't have got that episode done without him.
Yeah.
So big help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we are.
What are y'all doing? What's
I first heard the Dallas Sasquatch
You're
voice in
talking
a,
for a second. Just a second, man. Hey.
PlayStation party like 2 weeks before the shoot.
Oh, really? Did it
And I
wait?
was like,
So did
I
he
was like,
like
yeah.
tell you like this is the voice I'm gonna use, or how did that go down?
I was just like, so I mean, are you excited to play Sasquatch? And he was like, yeah, I've been working on my voice. And I was like, can you lay some squatch down for me? And then I don't even remember what he said. He was just like, what are you doing? And I was just like, perfect. I was like,
I love that, dude. Let's
Yeah.
go. Dallas is definitely the MVP of episode 1. Like,
Yeah, dude, he fucking stole the
doubt.
show, and it
Yeah.
infuriates me in the best way possible. You know, like
he's
he
the
knocked
guy.
it out of the
Yeah.
park, man. Yeah.
And also, I wrote in the live chat when the episode dropped that he plays 2 characters. The second character is going to be coming very soon, so you gotta stay tuned for that. But yeah, we'll keep on going.
You want a natural sound, right?
Yeah.
What's more natural than Sasquatch?
What's more natural than audio of Bigfoot?
He's gonna sell animal rights.
I love how this scene worked out
Yes.
because I didn't even tell Dallas to start
Hey,
eating the
man.
plant. Like he just did
How
that.
would you like to record a podcast?
I ain't got no pods.
I ain't got no pause.
No, man. Like, no, it's fine. Like, we'll set it up.
This is
we got
another
it.
shot that like we had to redo so many of them.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
But this
I
one
can
was
show you
fine.
my place.
Like this specific shot. Excuse me.
Yeah. Let's do it.
It was like
Let's do it.
from the moment we peek our head in and he like comes behind us, like this was all one continuous
yeah,
shot, like,
yeah.
walking up to it and everything.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So-
we're here in the woods.
Look at the
It's-
setup.
it's- so here you go. This
Shout out.
was this was what we knew was gonna be like the scene of this
we're here
episode.
today.
You know what I mean?
Shout out
First
to
off,
the
man,
short
just tell us how it is
XLR
being a
cable.
Sasquatch. What's the life like? You know, like what are you getting up to?
Well,
And this scene was one take, man.
Yeah,
we
that's
did- we-
insane. Yeah.
every day.
I don't know how no one broke. It came so close so many times.
Tell us about that.
There's a
What do you-
couple.
what do you
We
like to
like
hunt?
you can see that we start laughing, and I cut away. Like
Yeah.
if there's quite a few times where it
seen
just
an
jumps to
animal?
Dallas. That's because I started
Yeah,
cracking.
Man, we have encountered
I
animals
love
before.
the fact that the mic is like pointed down, cause like it just shows that he has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, them.
Is there any specific kind of animal that you would say you hunt, or is it more of just a free form?
It's a free-for-all out here. It's like, yeah.
Okay. So the diet is mostly wildlife, is what you're telling us?
Well, you get a few things with the economy. It's like,
Huh.
well, these are some of my favorite.
Oh.
It's
Okay, so these the cans, bro. Like if you see the hands, bro, like I don't know how someone would wear that glove and just so effortlessly tear through the cans the way
Yeah.
Dallas did. But he popped those things open with precision. It was absolutely impressive.
I'm telling you.
And just another thing to speak a little bit to the set, you know, we basically just rummaged around like some of my old garbage really, to assemble this. And then we hooked a mic to it, and yeah, we did. I just loved the idea of like Rogan in the woods.
Yes.
Basically, was what we were going for.
100%. Yep. I know. I
yeah.
love this. I love this. The apron, the speaker in the bag, and on the white little table thing, the mic hooked up to the steel chair. Just everything about it is just like so goated, and I love it.
The fact that there's a chair, but no one's using like the chair as a chair.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And then like you and Brian are sharing a cooler.
Marcus saying it's important for the character. Thank
That's
you,
right.
some of
Marco.
my favorite is what I
Accurate.
like to tell people.
Now that's good. So now do you have a credit card? How does that work? What is your credit score like
I love that.
if you're shopping
The
at food
credit.
line?
I don't shop.
Okay.
These I find
The credit line.
I find the red beans floating down the river.
Oh, those are river beans.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the
Shout out to River Beans, whatever
I
the hell
can't
that
read
means.
that.
Yeah.
So it's the red beans.
The more faded the
Red
label, the better.
beans.
My grandpa.
Right. Like, I don't get nothing
More
else
faded the label.
if it's bean related.
Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. So the word Sasquatch comes from the Native American language, means wild man. Does that have anything to do with your
And so
race?
at this
go.
point,
Do you think
during
I'm
the
wild?
scene, I was concerned that we just weren't picking his audio up.
We think you're very civilized. We were more so asking
And
from
it
like,
works
a
perfectly.
terminology perspective, you know, from a
Well, there's the thing. I don't.
Marco suggesting that
I don't know
Dallas was
where I-
bleeding profusely after opening the cans. but just
Probably.
couldn't-
I wouldn't be
couldn't break
surprised.
character. You know?
Th-
Yeah, no,
that's
he was
commitment.
dedicated, bro.
That's right.
Dallas has actually lived in the woods for about the past 4 years in preparation for this role.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
he goes kayaking in the river and stuff to just he was trying to prepare to play the role of Sasquatch. You know.
Yeah. He did really good. Really, really good.
I came from. You know, it's.
Now this was everything in my soul to not break.
I don't.
When he couldn't get that open.
I don't know. But if it helps
Him
you
just flipping it over.
understand.
So what's your workout regimen
But he-
like? Are
he
you lifting
cracked
all
it
the time?
open and-
What's your bench like?
And then he pulls out
I,
the most atrocious
I
part
get
of
most
this
of my
whole.
muscles from sardines.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay.
So in the script, I wanted him to start eating a head of
so he's gonna
lettuce
show
in the
those-
script, right?
You want some?
And Dallas was like, nah, bro, you need sardines. They'd be grosser. And I was like, I can't argue with that, dude. And
Sardines.
something, and some, go ahead and hit press play for a second.
No,
Something
think
I
we're
want to
good,
share with the
man.
people.
No, it ain't.
Now the smell hit immediately.
Oh,
Like, when,
God.
when he opened that can, it's something I genuinely wish it was like I wish the movie was like you could smell it at that part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I wish that odor would just hit people when they watched it. Cause something about just like the sweat and the heat of the day and us being downwind of like everything going on, just the fur and the sardines, bro. It felt like a real Sasquatch was there before us. You know what I mean? And if we ever do a Garth meet and greet. He's going to smell of sardines. That costume smells like fish.
Oh, God. Where is
Like,
that costume now?
I keep him locked away somewhere safe. Don't you worry.
so I'm
Ain't nothing
sorry.
to share with your friends. I tell you.
In case we ever need to
Yeah,
bust it
man.
out again.
You're very
Oh, God.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
That's the good stuff.
So
too.
for
The
me,
smell.
you know, it's like actually getting to meet Bigfoot.
Now
is
there
like
were
such a good
lines
thing,
after
you know?
this that were
It's like
supposed to
you-
be in it,
it's
right?
like, you gotta-
But once the sardines cracked
No,
open,
no.
it was just we
Yeah.
were beyond the point of no return.
Bigfoot died in the 80s.
Now that's a line that's going in a shirt.
Yeah, that was one of the big points we wanted to hit, and that I think has like universally been one of the jokes I've heard the most about. Like I think
It's an
Bigfoot died
inside
in the
joke
'80s.
between me and
Exploded
my
to me more
girlfriend.
than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Literally.
like, yeah, if we ever get some Studio B merch, I would absolutely love for it to just be a shirt that said Bigfoot died in the '80s in like the Studio B font. Like
Yes.
that.
Like literally, it's an inside joke between me and my girl. Like we always say it just randomly. Bigfoot died in the 80s. Like, dude, it's just goated. Like such a goat. Now, was that improvised or script?
That was actually part of the script.
Script.
The idea that Bigfoot it's actually offensive to refer to Sasquatch as Bigfoot because it's like that was only one guy, you know, like. And to be frank, he was a sloppy one because he actually got caught. You know what I mean? Like,
So what's your name?
Garth?
Gar.
no, Dallas
Garth.
named himself. Garth was not me at all.
Yeah,
That's great, man. So
me.
Got a country music legend, Garth
yeah,
Brooks.
I mean, you brought us out here to your lair of sorts. You know, I mean, this is a fine piece of land, and the concrete and everything. I mean, what is it that you really do out here? You know, like when you're not hunting, you know, you've reached the end of your day.
Oh boy.
And that is the first time you hear a noise that has become a bit of an identity
on,
in
man?
Studio B, I would say.
Yeah. There
So
goes.
let's talk about
April.
this scene for a second. Now, we toyed with the idea of having just a big black bar right where Bigfoot's crotch is, right? we really did. But going back in the edit, there just wasn't enough space between me and Brian to really incorporate it here. But it was definitely something we wanted to have happen, especially for the scene that's about to come up.
That's the
But-
first time I've ever heard of that.
Really? Dude, me and
I
Brad-
didn't know.
it was like 90% going to happen. Like for the uncensored version, we were gonna put the black bar, especially when he was chasing us.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. All right. All right, let's continue. Oh,
Hey.
Dude, this is bad. This is like so bad. We forgot the equipment. Dude,
Shout out to Ricky getting this running
what I was
shot,
gonna say.
running backwards with us.
I was like, yo, Ricky really did that. Like that's
He
dope.
did.
That's
He
dope.
killed it, man.
At this point, survival.
Now, my favorite part of this whole episode is these next like 3 seconds. No way.
Yeah,
He
the
runs.
like Dallas's lines and his whole improv as Bigfoot was hilarious, but definitely there's something to be spoken to the physical comedy done in this episode by Dallas.
Yeah.
Eating the fucking branch, and like the body language as he like changes demeanor, like
Yo, when I saw him run like that for the first time, I could not stop laughing.
and the way he runs right here too. Like keep an eye on just him, like right, like.
Oh.
Dude, is Jose answering? He's not answering. Oh my god.
There I am.
Hi, yes, welcome to Shake King. What can I?
All right, so if you have not guessed it now, that character that you hear speaking is also Dallas. And the
Yeah,
funny
the,
thing was, I did not expect. He just like burst, like he just said it. Like I don't remember telling him, "Oh, you play the drive-through person." So like, shout out to him for taking that role, and he smashed
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah, absolutely. He was the drive-through man on top of Garth. You know,
That's right,
multifaceted.
yeah.
He was also camera up in like one of the first scenes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and
Yep.
shout out to the.
Today.
first
All right,
person
so-
to ever use the shoulder mount
That's
for
true.
Central Carolina, and he was not a student.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna need a triple cupcake birthday cake. Shout out to the Jeremy.
the
Renner.
legendary actor Jeremy Renner.
Oh god, I love it. Mint chocolate Oreo. ice cream milkshake.
Oh, so you want the new monthly special?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what I found hilarious was Dallas told us, he was like, I literally could not say all of that. So it was just like the monthly
I'm
special.
not even going to try to repeat that. So this is the monthly special.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay, I can get that for you, sir. That'll be $8.73. Pull forward to the first window.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
It says, okay, he texted back. He said, meet at the parking lot next to the studio. Okay, come on. I think I hear him.
Guys, where are you?
So I wonder if someone could go through and watch these episodes and establish like a map of this area, like as we have framed it. You know what I mean? Because it's across a ton of different locations. Like,
And shout out to, give me 1 second. Where's my mouse will cooperate with me? Did my mouse just die? All right, hold on. Shout out to these.
shout out to technical difficulties.
Yeah. So I wanna, if you have not heard the
Marco in
iconic.
the chat. A
That's
lot
right.
of food for $8.73. That's
you know,
facts.
yeah, that's true. Shout out to the iconic scream right now.
Yes. No, hold on. Yeah.
Are you gonna say?
Well, go back and let it play, and I'll talk about after the fact.
All right.
Where are you?
So when we filmed that scene, right,
Yeah.
and the scene's coming up, there was a guy in the parking lot
Yup.
like eating Taco Bell in his car, who had no idea what the fuck was going on. When an entire film crew and a man dressed as a Sasquatch pull up, and the first scene was that scene that we filmed on set that day, and so Dallas just sprints out of the woods and starts screaming,
I
and that guy
remember
just
that.
about starts choking on his burrito, laughing, has no idea what's going on, and then proceeds to see us set up the shots you're about to see,
Yes.
and
It's about to get crazy. Now, remember how earlier I told you we filmed the intro of me driving like 30 times? Chance is such a genius that he literally took one of the ones that did not work, cut it up to make it seem like I was driving to them, and used it for this point, because this was not meant for that point in, when we recorded it. But he made it work, which is just genius talent right there.
well, I appreciate it, buddy.
Calm down. We're gonna get there in no time. No problems. Here it is.
This was the scene, man. Like it was all about, can I make that work, right?
It's
Like that was really
insane.
the question, because we knew that's how we wanted it to go,
Yeah.
man.
And there's
Very
so
early
much,
on, we knew
yeah.
we wanted to hit him.
There's so much going on right now, like so much behind the scenes to make this shot work. Now, let's take it back to. So obviously we get the shot of me
Marco in the
driving.
chat saying inflation in Studio B universe well under control under President Kanye,
That's
which I would
right.
accept as canon.
Yo, in this multiverse, we got Kanye as president.
Absolutely.
So we shot this. This is a normal shot of me driving in my car. And
Yep.
this is another shot. Shout out to the legendary cameraman that is Tanner for just coming up
Yes.
with it, and just like he was sitting on the
He's so
ground.
talented, bro.
Dude, yes. Shout out to my guy Tanner, man. So he comes through, gets that shot. Now, you said this was an accident, right?
Yeah, having him look up again, because what had happened is, okay, so there was a cut of this with a very cartoonish-esque
Yes.
crash scene
Yes.
where we weren't a fan of how that first cut of it was, and so I had saved a mix down, so like the final video had that crash. So what ended up happening is when I recut the crash, I was chopping from an already complete video, so I was trying to like
Yeah.
separate each clip that was like set together.
Yeah.
And I actually had the little playhead like slightly off center when I cut this one, so that there was just the smallest clip of him looking up before your car again.
Yeah.
And it just when I watched it back, like when I watched it back was when I discovered it was there, and I was like, well, that's a no-brainer that I'm keeping that there
That's
because that was
so
the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep, it
so
was
many
so good.
weird happy accidents happened editing this first episode, like stuff like that. That just worked.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, so that was perfect. And then me pulling up again, and there is the iconic shot. Now let me
You can
paint.
see his ponytail going up the back of the.
Oh snap! I didn't even notice that. That's right. Now let me paint you the picture since I'm the one behind the wheel. No stunt doubles or anything. You know, we performed our own thing. So think about it like this, right? You're driving. You're not even pressing the pedal. It's literally just driving by itself, and you see a man who's like 6'8" in a Garth costume or Sasquatch, literally jumps on the hood of your car. And like I just felt boom. Like it was insane. Like and the car was moving so slow. But as you can see, like it worked out so perfect. And like just him like taking the hit like was crazy. So that worked out.
Yeah.
My
Watching you guys have that conversation was hilarious. Just in his full costume, he's just, "How fast are you comfortable hitting me?" Like,
dude, I was like, I don't want to hit you, man. Like I just take the bump. Like just jump on it and just take a bump because yo, I don't want to get you hurt.
And you know what? It worked out.
Like, yo, it really did. Now, obviously, like, you know, we sped it up. Like, everybody knows that. But the cut that Chance is talking about, it looks so cheesy.
It looked like Charlie Chaplin. Like, you could add a little, like...
Because, like, the thing is, this shot, like, happens for a while. But Chance cut it at the right point to speed it up for the hit. Before, it was just a whole me driving, like, and then just, like, hitting him. And, so...
Like, zooming across the parking lot in, like, the speed of light.
Yeah, exactly. And the sound effect also goated. Perfect.
What the hell?
Shout out to the owners of that music bed. It's a royalty-free music bed. They did not take us down for using their music, so shout out to them.
Okay, yeah. What happened? What
Look
happened?
at the dent.
Shout out to the dent that was already in my car because I had hit the butt of a deer a couple years ago.
Now, this is something no one's ever pointed out to me. And,
what's up?
Can you take it back like 2 seconds?
Yes, sir. So like
Yeah, that'll work. Keep an eye on Dallas.
Okay.
You literally see him get up.
Look at the dent.
What was that? We were in the woods.
Like,
we
you
were
literally
getting
see him get
sound,
up.
like, it was
And
going
it's something
great.
I've noticed, but always been horrified to point out. But since we're in, this is like the for the super fans.
Notice
you know.
that.
I do know that. I did notice. You know.
I want to see that again. Oh, that's so good.
little Easter egg for you. He pulls an Undertaker.
What happened?
He just
Look
like
at
gets
the
up.
dent. What was that?
We were in the woods and like we were getting sound and like it was going
Oh,
great, but
man.
then like things happened and like, look, the important thing is that everyone's like okay, all right?
I'm not okay, Chance.
It's fine. We have got.
That's right, Marco. He does escape.
for
And
nature.
absolutely confirmed.
I-
You
Dude,
heard
I'm
it from
telling
the
you,
writers
Animal Kingdom
here
is gonna
first,
thank
bro.
us for
Yep,
what we did
yep.
today. I am telling you, bro. Like it was the greatest interview ever. Like we
Oh
have.
yeah? Then where's the equipment?
I think the important thing is that there isn't any more.
Bam. Where's he
There
at?
He is. He's gone. That's right.
And at this point, I was just so happy that the idea worked.
Yes.
You know? Like, I was just so happy that I had something to prove that this was my idea.
Yeah, no, it was great, and just the whole episode, like for first episode, it was absolutely perfect, and like you guys just hit it out the park, and everything was great about it. And then obviously there's a little post credit scene of
The squad shower.
what is that? Wait, what is that? That thing next to the speaker? That wasn't there before, right? Was it there?
Yeah, so that is like an old construction thing that used to belong to my grandfather. That was just way out in the back, and basically you would set it up and you'd mount like a laser to it to like measure like how far something was.
Wow.
And so basically the idea was that Garth was going to be like, I got a tripod. Well, I can help you. I got a tripod. And he was just going to pull it out and it was going to
Yeah.
like fall apart. But we just kind of didn't get to that.
Yeah.
like there's a lot of footage. And we were aiming for 15 minutes. You know.
Yeah. Okay, dope.
It's been a long day, my gentle viewers. Welcome to Squatch Hour.
Now I want to
Right off
revisit
the
Squatch
equipment.
Hour
We should.
at some point.
We should.
Like I think even just to throw it up as like a little teaser for like a next season or something to just
yeah.
get Dallas out
Yes.
there. You know,
Yes.
like oh man.
I
We
agree.
just got to get a day where we record like 6 hours worth of Squatch out, and then like just leak it out like 10 minutes at a time. And
We
it's just
drop it as like an album. Yo.
From a crazy situation of events today.
obviously Garth
Damn, I
in the
can't even
comfort
remember them
of his
boys'
own home
names.
alone, not wearing clothing.
Anyway. the
He
topic
improv
at
this
hand
entire
today.
scene.
Squash
Oh, the
hour-long
the
special. That's
topic.
right.
Dude,
It's
what
late.
are what do you think the
know, it's
logistics would be of
Squatch Hour,
us like
so
setting a
we'll work
stream
with
up out
that.
there?
Oh, I think it's just really the Wi-Fi. Like,
I'm
if-
Garth.
or
Yeah, like
the
if we
data.
could get
would
some
have
sort
to
of
like,
hotspot,
yeah,
like-
like somebody's personal
You hear
hotspot.
me? It's hard when
like just
nobody's with
like
you.
even if we
That's
got
the
him
whole-
live for like 20 minutes,
whole
bro.
thing.
Like,
That would be fire.
you
I would be
on this
so
whole
happy
time,
with
them
that.
boys were just
that
the
would be
first
so
ones I
good
met.
just to have him
Oh,
answer
God.
questions. Maybe I don't know. Like
I shouldn't have ran.
like
at
we'd
him.
have to
I
promote
should-
it mad heavy to make it
Yo,
worth going
facts.
out there.
Such-
But like I would so do it.
Such
I would too.
an-
And it'd be easy because you just gotta grab one microphone, one, and then the camera, hook it up to the computer, and you're done. Now, this next part pissed me off. This part right here. So let me explain to you some context. I kind of talked about it in some other stream. Basically, what happened was, right? Shout out to T'Challa, real
Love
life
this
cat.
cat.
Yep, real life cat.
My cat.
Chat of
Love him.
Chance. Yeah. So basically, when I first was sent this edit of the episode, you know, I watched the whole thing. It's established that I hit a cat in the beginning of the episode. When I get to the end, and I see that T'Challa pops up with his birth and his death date, I got so angry. I was like, do not put the death of T'Challa on me. Like, that's just not right, man. It hurt my soul.
It was dirty, but for me, man, I love that cat so much, right?
Yes.
He's such a legend.
Yeah.
And the little bottle cap on his head was because he would just sit there and we would like leave the bottle cap on his head and then
Yeah.
leave. And then sometimes we would come back and it would still be on his head. And that
Yeah.
meant good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was my way to canonize him in the universe. Because
Yes.
here's since we're doing like, I don't know, just the nitty gritty on Studio B fun facts.
Right.
I did the very first assignment I did for videography class was like a little screen test for Studio B.
Ooh.
And we did this like 2 years ago, maybe. Like when we first got into or when we first got into that one class. And it was literally like a minute and a half long, and it was just like a show opener. And I just did one for Studio B. And there was this clip in the original show opener, which we should upload that on the channel. Actually, it'd be cool. It's like a little something. It's just like a little that was like the first little concept of Studio B. But in that show opener, there's a scene where like a little kid played by my little sister pulls a knife on me, and there's a cat walking in the background.
Iconic.
And the cat walking in the background is actually T'Challa, and that show, like that screen test, is actually the last documentation I have of that cat.
Insane, yo.
So and then the first episode was about a cat dying, so I just thought it would all come full circle to throw him at the end. But yeah, moving on,
That makes me
episode 2.
sad. That makes me sad.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know who still hasn't had a cameo yet, and I'm upset, is my second favorite dog, my favorite dog outside of my own personal dog,
Now,
Goose.
so I was thinking the same thing, right? And without spoilers too much on episode 3, right?
Yeah.
There might be a ghost sighting, bro. Like
Oh, you see, I did not know this.
like it, and maybe whenever we do this for episode 3, I can point it out if anyone misses it. but there's like a scene in like the intense like height of the drama, and you just look and he's in like the corner.
Yes. Yes.
Like
Dude,
he
that's the
actually he
Easter
makes it
egg.
and what it's beautiful with the plot, right? That you see a ghost on camera,
Yeah,
like kind
yeah.
of
Dude, that
beautiful.
does.
But
And
no spoilers.
his introduction to the canon, you know, and like he's in the
Yeah, bro.
multiverse. He's in here.
Oh,
So,
dude, 100%. You know.
alrighty. So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing you to episode 2. This episode was so much fun. I would say that it's my worst acting of the 3 episodes because I cannot tell you how many times I broke character. When Chance makes the blooper reel of all, you're gonna see most of them are me in this episode. I could not
Episode 2 has
stop
the most
laughing.
bloopers by far.
Yeah, it's insane. Like everything was just making me laugh. And no,
It was
I was
just
not
so-
on
so
edibles
goofy.
or anything. Yeah, like it was insane. So we this episode just came about kind of just trying to figure out what episode 2 was, and I think you and Brian made like how did that come up to be like what episode 2?
So honestly, bro, what it started as was there was a day we were doing a shoot or whatever, and Brian was like the man for it. It was like when we were filming 4C Visions, right? So it's
Yeah.
like we were all on a crew where we were doing this live TV show for our college.
Yeah.
And one day Brian was just on the floor, man, and it was just like I don't know, man. He was like corporate Brian. He was the boss man. He was ordering everyone around, and I was like, dude, I want you to channel this. I want to see like this is the Brian I
Yeah.
want for like an episode, because we toyed with the idea of an episode where one of us quits is just
Yeah.
being like a simple one. This was episode 2. We wanted to do stuff that was outlandish. We knew we wanted to have stuff like the Sasquatch. We wanted to
Yeah.
have crazy cryptids, but we also wanted to have random episodes that were like a rainy day around the office episode. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just kind of like us just sitting around, and we wanted this to kind of prove that we could do that element of,
Right.
of storying too, because we wanted to have complex episodes, and episode 1 and episode 3, for a little tease there, being one of the more complex episodes.
Oh yeah.
We wanted episode 2 to just kind of be a lull, and
Exactly.
but it ended up in how it was supposed to be simple. It ended up becoming one of my favorites, bro. Like
Yeah.
from
1000%.
shooting, from just everything, man. It was so much fun. There was so much camaraderie. It was such a group
Yeah.
effort to get this one out.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because like the more elaborate ones, it's almost like we're relying on less people because we're scared. You know what I mean? Because of how
Exactly.
elaborate it is.
Yeah.
But with this one, it was so simple that it was like, let's bring everybody in. Let's
100%.
do it. Let's make it the coolest thing ever. And dude, everyone brought their A game. Like the performances of so many of
100%.
our fellow classmates and colleagues in the department. So many people showed up. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
What about you, man? Other than cracking up constantly, what was your experience shooting? this
Dude,
one?
I think it worked out so much better for this one. On the personal side, I had more time to film with the guys. I had more time to be involved a little bit more. For episode 1, literally, I showed up the day I had to shoot. I shot my scenes and I left because of work and everything. But this one, I felt more involved in everything, and I was really happy to be there, and I got to give some input and everything. And I'm wearing the wardrobe that I wore in this episode. So you wore episode 1. I'm wearing episode 2. And
Amazing.
Pretty much, I had
That's weird how that worked out.
it did. Yeah, it literally did. And I had a blast. And shout out to everybody. And we'll go through it as the episode goes on. But
Yeah,
there were
and
yeah, go ahead.
to speak to the learning curve at this point, episode 1 took 2 days, maybe 3 days to get all the shots. We shot episode 2 in 4 hours.
In 4 hours.
So like, man, just the efficiency that we were
Yeah.
on by episode 2. Like we learned what not to do with episode 1,
Yeah.
right? Like
yeah.
and so we knew exactly what was lacking the first shoot that we needed. And so I think everyone just brought their A game this episode, bro. Like this was like a Red Bull episode, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was really good. And shout out to the Pellegrino bottle that I had to rip off the label because, copyright. And we're not sponsored.
shout out to my Red Bull in front of me.
That's right. You literally turned the can so it wasn't caught on camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll begin. And we open up with a scene from episode 1. It was kind of like a little like an Easter egg. Just like referencing episode 1. with the literally the Squatch Hour, and now we'll begin.
Can you believe that? Like,
How did he make top 100, man?
that blows me away.
He hit my car.
It-
He took our equipment.
It's got to be the mic, right? Like when
broke it.
I said when we were gonna buy it,
Yeah.
I literally off the hey,
Hey, guys.
Hey,
let's go. Mila
man.
in the house.
Hey, good to see
Hey,
you.
yo, another week of camaraderie and friendship.
Ah.
Let's go. Come on.
Dude, how are you, man?
I quit.
Huh?
What?
Guys, I love you. You're great. I'm going to be listening for the rest of my life. Give me a call, okay? Take care. You, especially.
That's the first of our mini character breaks.
what?
That actually like made it into the final cut.
That part right there. When he kept saying that I love you, I could not, man. I could not take it, bro.
Yeah.
Brian, this episode to me was the MVP.
Yes.
I have three.
This was Brian's episode, bro.
So for me, it goes like this, without spoiling episode 3. The MVP of episode 1 was Garth, Dallas. Episode 2 for me is Brian, and then number 3 is you. So like, just in overall, like, Brian in this episode, he was on steroids. Like he just
Dude,
took the
he was
role.
in rare form.
Dude, like he was on it. He was, and I just love how he like portrayed this character.
I love how accurate that was. This like Brian on steroids this episode. Like it really.
Why did?
And when he walked back in the first time,
Yeah.
it broke both of us.
Yeah.
What
just happened? Yeah. Shout out to Garth, still talking.
What? He's coming
Yeah,
back.
masterful
Okay, well,
pausing on the
maybe-
YouTube video by you right there.
Did you change your mind?
I actually need those.
That part. Look, you can see like.
It was absolutely the part
right.
that was hard to get.
Madness. Are you gonna like visit? Like.
Take care.
Now it would have been hilarious if you would have done what he said, where he like points at us again, like walking out.
Dude, yeah, that was something I wish had happened if he like pointed both times. But then it ties into how he walks out right here, so it
Yeah.
kind of works
Corporate
out.
world, here I come.
Nice.
Now the debut of our actual intro that
Yup.
we use moving forward.
The updated intro.
That was at the behest
I
and
can't believe you
suggestion
promised.
of Miss Legend herself.
This legend,
you know?
that's right.
Like just so sudden.
Dude, that was like, like he didn't even give us a reason.
He literally just like walked in and quit. Like what do we do with that? I don't know.
Explain to me the whole glasses thing. He left it, and
He
he came back.
Came
and
back for it. Like
Dude,
what? Just needed something to throw.
Yeah,
like what does that
like,
even?
come on, man. Like who does something like that?
I don't know.
Dude,
It
but-
seems completely unnatural to me. I'm not entirely sure. What are we gonna do, man? Every single famous group in history is a trio. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, we look at like the Ghostbusters or
The
like,
Beatles,
yeah,
when Paul McCartney died the
Dude,
original time.
Right? Yeah, the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
I don't even know, man. It's like.
Palma car crash. Named Saul McCartney, like.
Oh snap! My bad. Okay, I muted my mic. I'm sorry. That was an accident.
No, right on.
I muted it that whole time. Anyways, just to reiterate again, thank you, Marco, for letting me know. Basically, what that was about is, real quickly, the Beatles have a conspiracy theory that Paul McCartney died a long time ago in a car crash, and they like found a clone version of him, so that's why I mentioned it. But Marco says, "Can't believe we didn't say Weezer." Isn't Weezer
yeah,
a 4-piece though?
Yeah. So he mentioned that to me because I mean the whole idea is that we were sitting here naming a bunch of trios and then they weren't even trios. Like the Ghostbusters is 4 people as well.
That's true.
And so,
We should have said Weezer.
Yeah, when he said that to me, I was like, dude, that's gonna haunt me forever that we didn't also
Yeah.
mention Weezer because like that would have been funny.
Shout out to
Would have been funny.
the promo picture that we had. That was pretty goated. So, yeah. All right. So we'll continue.
I don't know. It's like 3 men and a baby, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
But
yeah.
what do we even do? All right, dude. I think we need a replacement. Like, honestly.
Yes.
Like, what
That's
if-
a good idea.
You know, like, dude, what about like all those interns and stuff? We could like have like a
Yo, like
Also, the legendary
audition.
Fred Brucker's
yeah, and we could like have them like
That's right.
In the
display
shot.
their like power
right.
and their
And their
physical
talent, yeah, all
ability.
that stuff,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And we can just
Episode
decide
2
when that
at
would
this
be
point,
better.
director's
Dude,
commentary.
Yep.
you can
Yep.
totally find someone better than Brian. Like,
That's
come
like,
on.
yeah, dude.
Like, he
that's
kind of,
low
you
bar,
know, he
bro.
smells
Like,
a little
yeah,
bad.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
After we get to this episode, we'll be doing the trailer for episode 3.
That's right. Yeah. So if you missed it, you can come back and watch the full stream again. We went through episode 1, kind of commentating on some, Easter eggs and some bloopers and stuff. And now we're on to episode 2. And then we will be going to the trailer of episode 3. So if you want to catch that, that will be coming up before the trailer officially drops tomorrow on the page. So, yeah. So we did this nice walk-in scene, and yeah, we'll continue on.
looks like Jeremy Renner.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, like come on,
come on,
Hawkeye.
man.
Like,
Yeah,
come
like,
on,
come
like,
on.
you could have
Come
looked
on,
like
at least,
Iron
like,
Man,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. That's what I'm
Come
saying,
on,
like,
you know
come
what I
on.
mean? Like, but
dude.
So
But
to
how
speak on that for a second, the Hawkeye joke, bro. We have came for Brian like literally. I think the first day we all
First day.
talked.
Yeah.
I think you were like,
Yeah.
bro, you look. I was like, does anyone tell you you look like Jeremy Renner? And that's what Jose said. This is one of the first things he ever
Yep.
said to Brian. And so we've just called him Hawkeye like ever since.
Ever since.
And then one day he comes out of the closet to us that he actually does enjoy archery.
Which
So
is
it just
insane.
it just rained hell down on him from that point moving
Yeah.
forward that he was in fact Hawkeye. And
Exactly.
we were more subtle in episode 1 with our reference and calling him Hawkeye, with the Jeremy
Yeah.
Renner on the phone.
Yeah.
But we just really grill him this time with it, right, man? We lay it on thick this episode, and every single instance of it gets funnier to me.
does.
And I hope we continue to do it in the series moving forward.
100%. We will. And I don't think there is any call back to
There
Hawkeye
isn't.
in episode 3, right? I don't
There's
think so.
not, no.
Yeah. So we'll have to bring that back in season 2. Anyways,
Absolutely.
so yeah, we'll continue on.
hard could it be to find somebody better than Brian?
This your card?
Now, this setup, and obviously Master of the Mystic, the way we had it set up was we were not looking at Bryson. We were literally looking at the whiteboard. And
Good call, yeah.
And Bryson was looking at another camera. So it looks like we're looking at each other, but we're not. And the reason we did that, was that because of the mic, or what was it? Like, I forgot why we did it like that.
So we wanted to get this shot where like the idea is like for the viewer at home, it's like we're sitting across from each other at a desk. So
Yeah.
but we wanted to like live talk to each other, right?
Yeah,
So we couldn't figure out a way to frame it where the cameras weren't just looking at each other.
exactly.
So
yeah.
that was pretty much the main reason that we shot it this way.
Yeah.
So we're looking at each other, but think of it like there's a really long table and
Yeah.
Branson's on this side and we're down here on this side and we're kind of like looking past each other, and then we edited it to as if
So
we
it
were
looks
looking
like
at each
look
other.
at each other. Yeah.
But yeah. So we were just pretending like we were just pretending Bryson was the camera at this point, because
Exactly.
like we look right in the camera for these scenes,
Yeah.
and that was kind of
So-
the idea.
You're a musician, right?
Right here it says magician.
Oh.
I prefer the term master of the mystic arts.
Okay. So as far as like a podcasting position, what is it that you think you could really like bring to the table? You know what I mean? Because like I gotta be, I'm a big fan, right? Magic's great, but
There it
this
is.
wasn't my card, and,
Yeah,
and
this
that
one-
really wasn't
yeah.
really Jose's. So
Yeah.
like, like what you got, man? Like as far as like a podcast goes.
I bring wonder.
Okay, man. That I can get
Yeah,
with that.
you know what?
That was
I
a
think
Bryson
we
improvised
gotta
line.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Let's we'll get your stuff. You know, we have your name. What your name? What,
Wait, what was it?
what is your
the
name?
magician, the
Yeah,
musician.
You're
was
Richard Magic, spelled Magick.
So the magician is his name.
Dick
yeah,
Magic
right.
for
Okay,
short.
so, I'm gonna put magician.
Yeah, just that.
Yeah.
That's no, you're spelling.
Another fun
musician.
Easter egg for everybody watching at this point. The stuff behind me and Jose, the all the equipment, it changes about every single shot. Like it moves, it teleports, it's replaced. Throughout this entire episode,
Yeah.
something we didn't notice until much later. And I think it just adds a certain level
It's
of chaos
perfect.
to the entire thing, and I love it.
It's with a G.
Those words are too similar, dude.
Okay, yeah, we got you.
yeah,
We'll reach back.
This is harder than it looks, dude.
I know, man.
Shout out to the
Our first use of stock footage.
Stock
in Studio
footage.
B. Yeah.
yeah. Now let me tell you, I am the camera guy for this scene right here. I could not tell you, Chance, how many times I just wanted to start dying of laughter during this point.
Yeah, and just for a minute, man, Mr. Freeman, right? He's in this episode. Bill Freeman, the legend.
Yes.
And he was absolutely iconic in this role. And I was so jealous I didn't get to do a scene with him because he's just he just plays the straight man so perfectly. He's having none of it. And yeah.
Dude, and the crazy thing is, it wasn't something we told him like weeks ago or days ago. It was like, we need you to do this, say this, and press the computer. And he did it perfectly. He hit it like right out the park. So this was perfect. So I think this is the only one where I'm camera guy for this episode, if I'm not mistaken. So it was, I had the,
I think that's accurate.
Yeah, so.
Am I late? Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm Brian. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Brian.
I'm the one that got the call. Yeah, I'm excited. It's the first time I've ever been in a place like this. So
Cool.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, well, the only thing we really need for you to do is read that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Am I good?
Shout out to, like, Freeman kind of, like, says, like, the big thing about this whole job, like, right there when he's just like, oh, we just need you to do this. But, like, Brian ignores it. Like, I love that part.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see. I love that we'll see.
Yeah, "we'll see" is my favorite line in this scene because he goes, "Am I good?" And he goes, "Well, we'll see."
Cool. Yeah. Am I good?
We'll see.
All right. Find all Shea King's products at your local grocer.
Let's talk about Shea King's for a minute at this point. Dude, Shea King's just become our fake milkshake restaurant within Studio B.
Dude, I feel like we're like in the GTA world. Them telling Brian to go to HR and get paid, and that's the end, was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, this whole scene, I'm telling you, imagine being in there. It just, I couldn't hold it. And then, like, as I zoomed into Brian when he finds out, it's just like,
and another usage of the Bigfoot sound effect. It really has become just the noise of realization within Studio B, I feel like.
Thanks.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's next?
Well,
He does it so good.
HR and do the paperwork, and they'll pay you.
Great.
Notice Brian took his shoes off. He
did.
doesn't have
I
shoes
noticed
on
that.
while he sat. For some reason, he wanted to just demonstrate how sad he was by removing his shoes.
President Ye and Shea King is the universe to live in, to be honest.
Right,
Dude,
where the monthly special is the triple double birthday cake, chocolate chip, milkshake, mint Oreo.
I don't even remember what I said. I was just spewing out all the flavors I knew, and like it worked out.
Every flavor, bro. Like,
all right, let's keep it going. Shout out to the sound bed. Now, for a little bit of context, this sound bed, this music right
There's
here,
some lore in Studio B right here.
We had an assignment where the teacher assigned us a song, and we had to make a commercial or like an ad or whatever, or with
it was the same show opener that I actually did the Studio B.
The show opener. That's what it
was.
Yeah. So Brian was the only one who got sad music, and obviously he made it work, but now they took it and used it for this, which I thought was perfect. And Marco says
it was literally like Brian's sad theme song.
Yeah, Marco says he was Abbey Roading it. That's right. Yep.
Shout out.
I gotta get my friends back.
That was dope. Shout out to the graphic.
The flyer with Jeremy Renner once again pouring it on thick this episode.
Now, what cracks me up is the end is literally missing a replacement, and it says replacement.
But something about that just works.
I know,
right?
and it works. It just works perfectly. Wait, hold on. Let me go.
I gotta get my friends back.
Must be no stupid.
Just no stupid. Sunglasses preferred.
No stupid. What does that even mean? No stupid.
And me and Jose had a debate with Brian on his spelling of "come" when he said "come inside."
yeah.
And that was also, I don't know if you remember how he originally typed it was not very FCC friendly whatsoever, and completely changed the entire context behind the flyer.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
moving on.
That's great.
What do you think of this dude so far, man? It's rough.
Yeah,
Right,
it's been
all right,
something.
well,
Who's
all right.
next?
Dude, you and me, we just gotta iron out. We just
Yeah.
gotta press on through
Yeah.
it. Next one, Brad, the conspiracy theorist. So we can.
So this scene, and this is why being creative, like the three of us are, comes into play. This is how it worked out. So this was recorded in the morning of the day we were shooting, and the person who plays this character, the next part, was showing up around 1 p.m. I had to go to work at 12. So we had to find a way to write me out of this next part and just come up with something so it can act like, I just in the show I left or something.
Yeah,
so
we needed a context for why he wasn't here for literally only one interview.
One interview. And it was, and I just love that we were able to come up with that, and that was perfect. So, so that's the context as to why I left.
And you and me can take a look at that. We can.
The Best Buy thing was completely improv.
Yeah.
I think you got this covered.
I recognize that tone.
Yeah, I think I gotta go to Best Buy. I gotta buy a keyboard and
Best Buy?
they close early and stuff.
They don't.
Yeah, they do.
They don't.
Yeah. We'll talk later. I'll be right back.
All right, whatever, dude. Just like Brian. Okay. All right, that's fine. No big deal.
By far my favorite interview. By far.
Yeah, he came in, he killed it, We just had him.
Whenever you
go
give me
off
Alex
again.
Jones' behavior, I just die of laughter. And that's exactly what he did.
I don't believe in
That's
audio.
exactly what we wanted.
No, not at all.
Coming in hot.
The government's going to take away our voices. They're always using AI. AI is eventually going to take away
first thing
everybody's
you
voices.
say.
Lizard
I
people
don't believe in
hate
audio.
paper.
Listen, people hate paper. I love that. That was so good, man.
Suggesting that we mail our fans each podcast handwritten.
Man, look what I got. I got a keyboard. Look at this thing, man. Literally,
That last one was a doozy.
Yeah.
Shout out to literally a box right next to that table that had that keyboard in it. And when we started this scene, I was just like, this is just perfect. Like, I'm just going to grab it and show up with it.
Went to Best Buy and got himself a keyboard and a cherry Coke.
Now, that cherry Coke is Brian's. I just grabbed it. I don't even drink soda. I'm freaking, keto diet and all that. But that was pretty
I tell you, man.
I'm glad I wasn't
I'm
here
just
for
ready.
that.
This is ridiculous, bro.
All right.
Okay, whatever. Next one.
All right. So is this John?
Oh, man. No.
So this scene, I apologize. Hold on. Tanner, I apologize for you having to play John Gass. It should have been literally anybody else. Literally anyone else, but you killed it, and I appreciate it. That is
Look, I don't have
That's
many things to complain about Studio B. I think the 3 episodes have been such an amazing experience. This right here is the only out I think Studio B has. Like,
and it's fair to feel that way.
dude,
It is low hanging fruit.
if you know
Okay.
Tanner, like people like who don't know Tanner,
Look at his
won't
face.
understand.
It's like he knows what he is right now.
Look
In this-
at this.
in-
This is a perfect shot of like what I'm sure he was feeling like. It was rough. Tanner deserved more. And he will get, redemption because this
100%.
This is just not, and I'm so sorry. I hate that he had to play this character. And I skip it. Every time I watch this, I'm serious. Like, I just skip it because I'm just like, I can't, man. He was such a legend. Episode 1 does not show look the way it does without him. The input, the gear, everything. And
The whole show doesn't look the way it does without Tanner. He handed us that shoulder mount, and it gave Studio B its entire cinematic presence, bro. 100%. Like that. Like Studio B is not the show you know it as without the implementations by this man, who is a legend and did not deserve to play John Gass. But
yeah, Marco says
he
got the best name
took it
though.
like a
John Gass is a pretty fire name, as long as you don't think Yeah, but yeah. So
He also said, "I don't believe in audio is such a stance," which I agree.
100%.
Coming in hot, like interview for a podcast.
John or Jahan?
It's John.
Okay.
Shout out
All
to
right.
Jahan.
Right on. Yeah. Okay. Well, John, welcome to the interview.
Yeah.
We've got a position to be filled here. What is it that you bring to the
Stuff
table?
how our
man?
notes at the back of,
for
like, a worksheet.
podcasting and stuff. Audio.
I think we just found that
I work
paper
as an
somewhere.
audio
Like,
engineer, and I have a
table.
degree in audio engineering. I bring a lot to the table.
Dude, this is great. This could actually be like a canon. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna write that down.
Here it is.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Important
So
on
like, so you mentioned your audio expertise. As far as audio, I mean, what do you do as far as that goes? Oh. There it is.
I'm so glad that's over. So glad. And then obviously,
Hey guys.
shout out to this legend right
Yeah.
here. This guy.
Camera Op for episode 2.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. This guy right here is such a legend. And, out of all the youngins from, I don't care, I'm going to say it. Out of all the youngins from that broadcasting department, Zach is my guy. Zach is my guy. Like, he is just.
All Hammond guy.
He just, like, he's himself. He's always, like, he's smart as hell, and he's always giving his input. And he's just a legend. And I appreciate him for this, pulling off this role the way he did. We would not have, what's his name again in the show? I forgot. Jack Cooper.
Jack Cooper.
I almost forgot. Jack Cooper without Zach. And I just shout out to my boy. So just wanted to say that real quick.
Guys, are you
100%,
still looking for podcast members? I know I'm not wearing sunglasses. I have regular glasses because I can't see. But I'm still willing to be part of it if you're willing to have me.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
What's your name?
Yeah.
My name is Jet Cooper, like the plane.
Oh, that's pretty dope. I
Kind of cool. I mean, it's no John Gass, but I'll write it down.
I know. Yeah, that guy was weird. He kind of smelled when he was walking out.
Oh yeah, you saw about that.
Burying the man.
Yeah, you got that vibe too, right? Yeah. Shout out to nobody reacting to my question right there.
Anyway, yeah. So, man, when it comes to podcasting, man, what would you say like the
Anyway.
main thing you bring to the table is?
I bring a lot to the table. Like I was there when like podcasting was invented. Yeah, you know that
What does
podcast
that even mean?
where everybody
When podcasting was invented.
Like, when was it invented? And was the first podcast like a voicemail? Like, I mean, like,
everybody died.
like,
Yo.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I had nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, dude, that's great. Yeah, okay,
That's
right.
dope. Yeah. Cool. So, Jet, tell us about your hobbies.
Oh, my hobbies.
Yeah.
I do some things.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Stuff. All right, I'm gonna write snowboarding.
Yeah, snowboarding's dope. Yeah. Okay. Dope. Yeah.
I do some stuff.
Yeah, man. So it's like when it comes to like creating new ideas for content, man. What's like the main thing that you like to like your creative process? Like,
Yeah.
where do you get your ideas from?
Oh, deep meditation. Yeah, I like sitting in the bathtub. Ice, freezing cold. Very like a corpse.
And
out to the
and
sun.
just for me, do you have any
Usually
interest
about
in-
that point when everyone in the live chat was like, so he's a serial killer, right?
Yeah. He did a good job
pretty-
of like showing it.
yeah.
Like, we were pretty stupid.
archery
Yeah.
or Hawkeye?
In archery, I mean, I don't know. I'm more of like a blunt weapons type of guy.
This is our guy.
This is our guy. This is our. I'm writing that down. I am writing that down.
Yes, and you don't plan on like shaving your head or anything, right? You good? Now I got somebody asking me why I asked that question, and the reason why I asked that is because Brian has shown me pictures of him with a shaved head, like real.
Oh
life.
yeah,
Like
back
yeah,
in the day.
yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Bryant.
So I literally just thought of that on the spot. I remember that picture for some reason, and that's why I threw it out there. Like, it wasn't a random thing. It was associated with some old pictures that Brian has
Same
shown
with the
us.
Hawkeye situation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Once again.
Exactly.
I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Dope.
All right, man.
It's
Yeah,
that guy.
okay, right.
Here, you can have my keyboard. That you know.
The keyboard.
I love
thank
that
you.
part that you hand him the keyboard, and also just the fact that you hand it to his real position, not his like camera position. Like so, once
Dude,
again,
I literally thought about that.
which I think is just hilarious. But also the fact that like you went to Best Buy to buy a keyboard, and then you just gave it to the guy. You know what I mean? It was like you wanted either A, you wanted us to have some sort of prize when we hired the guy. B, you just did not want to be there so much. You just went and bought a keyboard you didn't even need. Like, either way,
Literally, it was just like I was just like, I'm just gonna give him this keyboard. I don't know, something about just doing that just made me laugh. So shout out to that.
bro.
Thank you so much. It means a lot. You know,
That
like,
almost made me break. Like, if you notice, I'm
It's
looking
been a while
down.
since I've been out of the podcasting game for a minute. I'm happy to get back into it. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We are excited to work with
That's
you.
right.
I'm excited to work with you too.
All right.
That was a good
Good
podcast.
job, guys. Episode
Wow.
It was like the
2.
most natural podcast I think I've ever done.
That's
You
what I'm
know,
saying,
it
right?
felt-
The hammer.
I know,
Yeah.
It felt so right.
I know, man.
You know
Where
what?
were you all along, man?
Right.
I know, right?
It's like this is
I mean,
a,
honestly,
this is a thing,
honestly,
man.
it's
Yeah.
kind of like your guys' fault. Anyways,
Yeah.
not the point.
Yeah.
How about
Right.
I know a guy. He has a really nice studio. We should start recording in there.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, we trust you. I mean, I'm sure, like,
it's
it's a beautiful
really
studio. Like,
nice.
yeah.
Dude, you are literally the most trustworthy person I have ever
Thank
met.
you.
You
know what
notice
mean?
that
It's
I
like-
don't even say trustworthy. I try trustworthy and like completely stutter on my words and I just tried to fire through. Like
I didn't even
hated
notice.
myself for that. Like I did not even say trustworthy. Like
You know, I just love being so trustworthy. You know, like
Yeah.
you would never expect me to go. You know, like,
That part almost made me break when he was just like,
Dude.
ah.
Dude,
it's insane.
and the fact that Zach randomly just kind of looks at the camera a couple of times during this scene, and it creates such an energy,
It
like
does.
that he can see the viewer. You know, what I
Yeah,
mean?
he
Like,
knows you're there.
I don't know.
and he'll go after
yeah,
you.
like I love it.
Like if you start a podcast, you're gonna meet with Zach and Jack Cooper. So
Like,
Yeah,
what-
it's-
what
no
kind of-
way.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
crazy to me.
Okay,
All right,
dope,
yeah,
let's
dude,
go.
all right,
Let's go. Let's
Like,
go.
let's go.
Let's go to your
Yeah,
place.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Let's go, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
this I love.
They were your
Yes.
best friends. You had magical times. Fought cryptids together. Not really, we ran away like a bunch of wussies, but still. You traded it all for greed. And now Jack Cooper.
Jack Cooper.
Living rent free, man.
Dude, this is so.
Like, look,
Dude.
right? Like, it's honestly the pride. and
Oh,
joy of
pause
our
for me. So look at the dick clamps, everybody. That was a very subtle detail that we were all very proud of in the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Just those giant clamps right in the crotch region on the chair. Every single one of us in the room was very proud of that decision.
Yep.
Uh,
Yo, shout out to the trash can. Shout out to the hammer suddenly appearing on that table, even though he was in the studio with that same hammer.
Magic hammer?
That's right.
Question mark.
That's right.
like, I really, like, wow. I really.
What's all the plastic on the floor?
I like how I don't know if you kind of noticed it. He kind of like gives a head nod to I think Bryson was on camera. Like,
Yeah.
I really.
What's all the plastic on
He
the
just
floor?
kind of was like.
The what?
Yeah, this scene for me is like a classic example of why sometimes I feel like if you try to do it right too much, filmmaking can get in the way of filmmaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like we just did the shotgun mic, and sometimes we were talking, it was faced away from us. But I think it creates such a atmosphere in this scene of like you really feel like we're just getting there, and the way like everything's bouncing off the walls.
Yeah.
That I think like I really enjoyed the way this scene turned out. Like
I
it was kind
did,
of like
yeah.
disconnected, you know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
hold up, Chance.
Marcus saying he would have spotted the
Why
cast
didn't
to
you
license
tell
Huey
me?
Lewis in the news.
You had
We'd
a
let him know.
freaking green
Oh,
screen.
dang.
I thought that,
Next
you know,
next time.
American
I thought
Psycho
that was,
reference.
Like a given, you know? Like, dude,
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
do I look like someone who who doesn't own
when he makes his return. If he does,
You are. You are.
I think he totally has to.
I know, right?
we have an
What person
idea
in
for
Vancouver does not own-
for season 2. So
We really do, yeah.
Dude, this is great. I could be in like space or anywhere.
I'm also in the process of sourcing a camera.
Yeah, dude, you could be
Yeah.
anywhere. You could be dead.
Big moves coming soon.
if somebody wants to buy us a camera, let us know.
Hey, yeah, if you're a fan of the show
right?
and you want to buy us equipment to continue making it, let us know.
Shout out to. Was this yours or mine?
This is the same B-roll from episode 1.
This
This is
is
like literally the same shot. It's just like 5 seconds later than what I used the first time.
a project from the first semester of our video class that me and Chance had to go together and record some natural packages.
Yes,
Stupid.
which inspired natural sounds.
All right, so if you guys will hang tight, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm a little parched, you know.
Yeah,
so,
definitely. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna go run and get a refreshing.
Hydration's important before we get started, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be right here.
Yeah, man, have a good one.
Yeah.
All this locks, man.
I love that transition, like all this locks.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
I understand. No big deal. No big deal.
And just eating Brian up inside. You know, you can just tell. Jet Cooper, the alpha dogged him in the scene.
Yellow
You know?
mellow.
Yellow Mellow, man. Let me tell you, another one of those products within Studio B universe.
Now, what was that loud noise?
I don't know, and I really wish I don't know how we didn't notice it,
Yeah.
but like someone was closing a door or something. It kind of makes sense with the idea that maybe Zach is just sneaking in on us while we're having this conversation and really in on us. But yeah. I really love how this scene worked out. This was one of the scenes of like Brian wrote episode 2 for sure, but this was one of the scenes that like director Chance, I knew
Yeah.
for a fact I was making this scene
Yeah.
in this episode, and I was really proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and it was pretty cool. And like you told us from the beginning, this is the shot you wanted, and you know the fact that you were able to get it was perfect.
The weird room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the tools, dude, look at the plastic on the ground. Like,
Jack Cooper. Mr. Jack Cooper. There's a guy on a vending machine. Wait a second.
I also just love the implication off this scene that he like was sitting there crying, and then he bumped into him, so he just went back to the crying spot. Like he started to like get the nerve to come back, and then like
Yes.
Jack Cooper's gonna kill them.
I think Jet Cooper's trying to bang us.
That's a black.
my favorite joke in the entire episode, like 100%. I don't know, there's some good ones, but
Yeah.
shout to Brian forging a bow with audio equipment.
Old audio
was all-
equipment.
This was all broken audio equipment that the school had, and we were like, look,
Yep.
if we like break it a little bit, like,
Don't say.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. So these next few scenes that you see, you have just look at my face, okay? I'm telling you, just look at my face. I could not, for the life of me, could not like keep myself composed. And there's a specific part where Chance's finger gets pulled out. That's like it's like we'll get there, but
yeah,
this,
100%.
I
We
couldn't.
were tied up for like 45 minutes because we kept laughing and having to retake it. Our
Yep.
wrists were like raw and red by the end
Yep.
of these shoots.
Yep.
I was like sweaty. My arms were like rubbing up against me, and
Yep.
it wasn't exactly comfortable
It
being
wasn't.
strapped up like
No.
that. But you know, we're dedicated SAG approved actors, you
Yeah.
know. So we
Yeah.
so we did the
Oh
thing.
no! This
Zach killed it
fellers,
in this scene.
Fellers is what podcasting is all about. You
Look
know.
at me. Look at me.
Mwah, right?
You're trying
Have
so
you
hard.
noticed in the most recent
You're trying
podcasting
so hard,
landscape,
bro.
There's no one has enough emotions anymore. You know. There's not enough emotion.
Shut up, man.
You shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
We brought you into Goose.
You didn't do shit. I invented podcasting.
Now, in the blooper reel, you'll see that I kicked the crap out of the trash can that he just placed down. That will be
But
in there in the blooper reel.
unfortunately,
Jose kicks the trash can to try to create like a dramatic start to us fighting him or something. And unfortunately, in the take, literally every single person in the room erupted with laughter the moment his foot made contact with the trash can in such a way that was simply uneditable, really, to salvage. And it was the biggest L of this episode, I think, other than John Gass, was that we didn't get you kicking the trash can, like, actually in the shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to Brian running
Dude, his
past
hair
the-
parted down the center.
That
like-
too. I was looking at that. But shout out to Brian running past the room we're in, like in real life.
Yeah, like, okay, that's another thing. Yeah, he's coming to save us, but he literally is running past, like, that room to the right is literally where we are in filming those scenes. So it's like as if he just ran straight past us. And also the sound effect when he whizzes past the camera.
I do
I
love
told
that.
you that this intern idea was stupid. We should not have
What
done
are you
it.
talking about? What's your idea?
This was a stupid idea.
Just look at my face.
This is the best podcast we've ever had. You've ever had. I invented podcasting, and I'm gonna end it. You know.
The true shedding of the skin of Jet Cooper at this point.
Podcast. This needs to be the podcast to end them all. Chance,
I
are
mean,
you getting...
I agree with that.
You look a little cold. Let me give that to you.
I'm not cold.
Yeah, you are.
Man, you look like John.
You
Cena.
are
Like,
cold.
When I say you look like, John Cena, bro, it was.
Dude, it's so like I know obviously we weren't gonna like fake you getting like your finger pulled out, but like if you just look closely, like
Man, you look
it's
like
so.
John
You are cold.
Yeah, it's like what, like it's like he ripped a hair out of my thumb.
All right, now this is the part I was telling about. So if you are a normal person, and your best friend's finger is literally getting ripped out, you would be in full panic, all right, and you would scream. Look how long it takes me to react to Chance's finger getting
my
pulled
favorite
out.
thing, bro. No. Let's do that one more time.
Wait.
Man, you look like John.
You
Cena.
are
Like,
cold.
what am I even gonna-
You are cold.
No.
Shout out to the glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack.
Now this scene with his bow that falls apart immediately.
Shit.
Oh, you want to be a tough guy, huh? And save your friends?
I
This
love
is
it.
my podcast now. Get me, bitch. Ah.
Shout out to the
KO
punch.
punch.
Now this right here, this is iconic, and he was trying to go for the if you know the Peter Griffin like beat up
Yeah,
whenever he's
the
beat
Family Guy death
up.
pose.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going. But I don't know if you caught a chance when Brian comes up to us, you can see him like move his head and like move around.
Yeah, so like literally exactly like our final boss in the first episode, right? If you pay attention, they get up before the camera's off of them, 100%. Yeah, he starts like he starts looking up, and it's like we should totally. But yeah, we literally Googled Peter Griffin and had him lay exactly like so.
Literally, right there.
Am I too late for the audition?
We might have an opening.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we get to this last part, let me
I'll
paint
let you do this.
let me paint you the picture. This tape is not some trash tape that you buy at the 99-cent store. Okay.
It's like fucking vinyl.
I don't.
Like,
Yeah, it was so incredibly like it was like Gorilla Tape. I don't even know if that exists, but
No, it does.
and think about it. We like Chance said previously, we have been sitting in these chairs tied up for at least 30 to 45 minutes, right? So Brian, you know, I guess he thought it would be like, you know, easy tape to rip off. Goes and Brian's pretty strong. He goes and literally pulls the tape, and
like
it
as
doesn't,
hard as he can.
and it didn't even rip. It just like pulled the skin off my wrist, and it was so painful. And shout out to Chance for literally cutting it as soon as I started screaming because
in the blooper reel, which is going to be fantastic at this part, he snatches it and it's just like, oh, and the tape does not rip at all. Then all of us just start laughing, like the whole somber scene is completely ruined and everyone's just cracking up.
dude.
Everyone in the credits.
Yeah, you did right there, man.
And then,
Honestly,
of course, our post-credit scene.
I just really missed you guys.
No. Well, you know.
I quit.
You know, right here, I feel stupid. He says I quit, but my brain didn't make the connection of like, oh, is he quitting again?
Yeah.
Because you did, but I was just like, oh, he just quit the other job. But you were like, oh, wait, is he quitting again? And you can tell. Look at the different reactions between the two of us when he says it.
What?
Yeah, I quit it.
Oh,
Dope.
Yeah.
what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, okay, all right. All right.
Shout out to my godly, the Goose and the Chamber Pod showing up on the.
Yes. And
I
there
love
it
that
is.
dubstep was just the music of this episode.
That was
by the way.
perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah, it just worked. Something about Brian and dubstep worked for me.
Yep.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our commentary on episodes
right.
1 and 2. And
Yeah.
now for who's sitting here remaining, a very special treat for you. We have the first live rendition of this trailer for episode 3. We're finally going to start letting you guys take a look at it. We've had it on ice, ready to go for like a little while now, but we really want to make you wait for it. We really want to make you stew on it. So without further ado,
I have not
Jose's
seen
first
this.
time seeing this trailer.
Yeah, this is my first time seeing it. Chance sent it to me this morning, and I just haven't had the chance to look at it, so I'm gonna be watching it now. And my first viewing. Maybe we'll watch it twice, but here we go.
This is my place now. Since when thought we had this conversation? Like a week ago. Pack your stuff and get out.
Shout out to the Bigfoot noise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in our brand new setup in the car.
It's fine.
Dude, we're not recording here.
What was that?
Yes.
It doesn't look haunted at all. I think it's going to be perfect for.
Chance, are you okay?
Yes. Absolute
There you have it, ladies and
legend. Let's go. That was phenomenal. I cannot wait to post that tomorrow. Wow.
Dude.
Wow. That was what the heck? That was perfect.
Yeah. Wanted to hype it up, man.
Yo. I want to watch. Let's
Should
watch
we,
that again. Let's watch that one more
Let's
time.
run through it one more time for whoever's watching. Episode 3 trailer.
This is my place now. Since when thought we had this conversation? Like a week ago. Pack your stuff and get out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here in our brand new setup in the car.
It's fine.
Dude, we're not recording here.
What was that?
It doesn't look haunted at all. I think it's going to be perfect for.
Chance, are you okay?
Wow, that is phenomenal. You
Yeah.
hit it out the park.
I tried, you know. I wanted to hype it up. Big finale, you know.
Big
And I'm so
finale.
stoked, man. The 30th of July.
That's next
You know?
week. 1 week
Dude,
from
yeah.
today. Tomorrow
1
we
week from
drop
today.
this. Yeah, tomorrow we drop this, so you can share it and repost it wherever you want.
Be sure to look out for a new episode of Chamber Pod some point this week.
Yes, we'll be recording that at some point. Got some videos we recorded. Dude, you know what bothered me? So
What?
there's this YouTuber wrestler that I watch sometimes, and we had made the Money in the Bank one. Literally, the next day he drops a video called "Name Every Money in the Bank Participant," and I was like,
Are you
"Bruh,
serious?
dude?" Literally, yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But we have some stuff dropping for you guys. And
Yeah.
we will be promoting this more. We'll probably get another trailer in there somewhere throughout the week, and probably
Yes.
trying to hype it up as the premiere. And just everybody get in there and join us and share it. And I just want to say thank you for joining us in this live stream.
Absolutely.
as
I
we-
had such a blast.
Dude, I can't wait to do this for episode 3, because this
Yeah,
one
100%.
this one is gonna get crazy because of all the stuff all the stuff that we had happen during this episode was phenomenal, and we'll be able to dissect it with you guys.
Yes.
But yeah, so I just want to say thank you for everybody who joined. Shout out to Marco for being in the chat, talking with
Yes,
us.
100%. Big
And
thanks.
and yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. We will
did the
talk
thing.
soon. Yeah, we did. And if you
And
want to go back and watch
thanks
it,
again for constantly supporting.
That's right.
Like we wanted to make these episodes to continue to make you guys laugh, and the feedback is awesome, and we really
Yes.
appreciate it. So
Exactly, yeah. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you soon.